welcome to my channel where we talk all things plant-based, holistic health and wellness. My name is Lauren. Now, about 10 years ago, I did not have much health or happiness, and I changed that all around with a whole food plant-based lifestyle. It has been 10 years of self-development, 10 years of kind of putting my health first and putting my own growth first before anything else in life. And that is why I'm here today. That is why this channel exists. I have a bachelor's degree in nutrition and I have been plant-based for 7 years. I'm also vegan. And if you are into holistic living, plant-based health and wellness, if you're into travel, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an upload. I am super excited about this video. It is going to be one that I've never kind of put anything else like it up on this channel yet, but it's something that I really want to start doing. I want to start talking about kind of the internal work and self-development that has been such a huge part of getting me to where I am today and moving me away from kind of who I was, the kind of self-destructive habits I had, and really helping me to change. It has all been really about this inner work. And I haven't talked about this too much, but it has been in my heart for a long time to start talking about it. So I thought, what better time than now? Today's video is all about how to be the best version of yourself. So I want to kind of break this down. I want to start doing videos that are more about the internal work. There is still going to be so many plant-based recipes. There are still going to be travel vlogs. I just want to start incorporating some of these tools that I've found to help me change from the inside out and share them here, because I think without the internal change, it kind of leads us back to places we've been before. And that's not what this life is all about. This life is about kind of becoming our best selves, reaching our potential, and just doing everything we dream about doing. So that's why I want to start making videos like this. You're going to see these sprinkled in with the plant-based recipes. You'll see these sprinkled in within the travel vlogs. It's going to be a range of things. But today, it's all about how to be the best version of yourself. I want these videos to be super tactical, so I'm going to break down a couple tips that have kind of helped me become the best version of myself. I'm a work in progress. Every single day, I try to get a little bit better than the day before. I try to do something differently than the day before that helps me continue to mold and shape the woman that I really want to be. This video is about the tips and tools that I found that I use to keep pushing forward and to really try to become the best version of myself. I believe that our best selves really comes from the inside out, and that is not just about the food we put into our body. It's also about the things we put into our mind. It's the way we kind of choose to spend our time every day. It's what we choose to focus on. It's if we're grateful or not for what we have. There's so many things that go into kind of giving us the energy and health and happiness that we need to kind of run after all the things we want in this world. You know, I really believe that our happiest, healthiest selves comes from how we choose to treat ourselves, how we choose to treat others, what we decide to put in our bodies, how we decide to spend our energy. There's a lot that goes into this. But today, I really want to provide some tactical tips that you can use to help you become the best version of you. You can definitely be on the lookout for more of these kind of videos in the future. So let's get into this. These are my 4 tips for becoming the best version of you. Tip number 1 is decide. So this tip is exactly like the way it sounds. We must decide what we want and who we want to be. To be the best version of ourselves, we have to decide what that version looks like. If we don't decide, we are not going to magically get there. You need to kind of give yourself a direction to move in. And this sounds simple enough, but this can actually be a really tricky step. I think there can be fear inside that maybe we won't get to that version or something. So maybe we don't want to say it out loud, or we don't want to tell others, or we don't want to write it down, or we don't even want to kind of think about what that version of ourselves looks like because of the fear of not becoming that version. But it's a definite fact that we're never going to reach that version if we don't even define what that version looks like. So this step is about figuring out what the best version of you looks like from where you are right now. And I think life is all about continuing to grow and change. So this best version of you outlook is going to continue to grow and change as well. But it's important to start from where you are today and what that best version of you looks like to you right now. This is going to be about reflection. This is going to be about what you want. You want to decide who you want to be, how you want to kind of move through life, what you want to wake up and be doing every day, how you want your interactions with other people to be like, what kind of friends you want to have around, what kind of life do you want to live. All these are questions that kind of filter into the best version of you. This decision step really does matter because we have to give ourselves a direction to move toward. Open up this journal and I want you to ask yourself, what does the best version of me look like? What is she doing for her career? What is she doing for her hobbies? How is she spending her time? What does she feel like? And that's so important to kind of put in there. What does she feel like? Does she feel energetic? Does she feel thankful and grateful and happy and passionate and good? What does she spend her time doing? What does she look forward to? Who does she spend her time with? All of these things you can start to journal on, and this will help mold and shape the version of you that you really want to step into. You want to kind of do this activity when you're gonna be by yourself and you have time to reflect and do this. Put on some good music. I find like a Saturday morning, if you're not working on Saturdays, a Saturday morning's a great time to do this. Maybe you get up and start your day with a little yoga or something. Get yourself in a outside walk in fresh air. Get yourself in a really good headspace to do this. Put on some good music and then just start thinking about the answers to these questions. These things can all roll up into who the best version of you is defined to you as, because once you have this vision, you can start approaching other things based on this vision. And I'm gonna get into that in just a few minutes. Step 2 is all about belief and believing you are worthy of the version of yourself that you wanna step into. This is super important because if deep down we have doubt or we don't believe that we're capable of being that version of ourselves that we want to be, it is not going to happen because we will self-sabotage or we will keep kind of tripping ourselves up on this journey to our best self. I can say this from experience. I can say that through deep work, I have found an unworthiness there that I had to really go deep on and change to be able to step into the person that I am now. Deep down, if you have a seed of doubt, that you're not worthy of the things that you want, that you are not worthy of the person who you really want to become, it's going to be really hard to become that person because you really don't believe in yourself. If you are journaling and writing about really what the best version of you looks like, and you hear yourself saying, you write down, she does this and she has this and she experiences this every day, and you feel yourself going, that's never gonna happen for you or something, that right there is something to pay attention to. So what I'm saying right now is just to start developing an awareness if you're doubting yourself, because awareness is so important, because then we can start working on that. You have to know that you are worthy of everything that you want. We are all worthy of the lives that we want to live, and that is super important to notice if you feel like you aren't really worthy. See if you are doubting yourself when you're writing down your vision, and then you can go deep on that and kind of change that so you can step into this best version of yourself. Number 3 is about embodying that best self version of you now today. I want to preface this with saying we are human beings and we don't do things perfectly. So of course, this isn't about being a perfect person, but this is more about the mindset you take in approaching just everything you do. So what do I mean by embody? It really means that even though you might not be the best version of yourself today, you can still take actions and make decisions based on that best version of yourself. So when you are choosing what you're doing today, you're making a choice about how to spend your time or what to do, or if you really want to do something or not. You can kind of think about that person that you defined in step 1. What choice would she make in this situation? What would she choose to do right now? What step would she choose to take? If you can think about that, the decision just becomes that much easier. And these are the decisions that'll kind of start lining up our actions that'll lead us to our best self. So start filtering everything through that best self version of you that you defined in step 1. Let's say it's Friday night and you have a full-time job, but you have this side hustle that you really want to work on, that you really want to start. You have this business, this blog, this YouTube channel, and you've worked all week and it's Friday night, and you know now you have some free time. Friday night and Saturday, you have free time to kind of work on this passion that you have deep inside. Your friend calls though, and she's asking, do you want to go out for drinks? And you can now look at that best self version you defined in step one, the version who has the side passion, the hustle up and running. She's a content creator. She's whatever you dream about doing, she's doing that. Now, you can kind of step into her shoes. Would she be going out and getting drunk and then maybe waking up and not having energy the next day to work on the thing she wants to work on? Or would she be working on her passion or spending her time doing that? You can just start kind of filtering all your choices through the version of yourself that you define in step one. It is so easy to be comfortable and it's so easy to stay where we are. The harder thing is moving forward, but like all the good stuff, the version of you, your best self version of you, that's on the other side of kind of taking that step forward through the discomfort. I know this is a really big step and this can be a really tricky step because it's all about the action part of things, but the whole reason we defined what our best version of ourselves looks like was so that we could kind of filter our choices and our actions through that best self version. So keep that close. Remind yourself of who that is every single day. Look at that every single day, and deciding what you're going to do then becomes a little bit easier. And then taking action might become a little bit easier. Maybe not. It's uncomfortable to take action that is new and that we might be scared about taking, but if you can look at that version of yourself and you know she would move forward, then you know what you need to do. Okay, tip number 4 is to keep that version of yourself in focus every single day. Now, I kind of just mentioned this, but this is really important. I have a touch of ADD. It's very easy for me to get distracted. I let myself get distracted, and something that really helps me during the day are visual cues. So I put cues around myself when I'm working to remind myself of the things that I really want and who I really want to become, so that when I have a choice to make or when I feel myself wanting to procrastinate, that visual cue reminds me of the person I want to be. So this can come in different shapes and forms. Maybe you find this fierce picture of like a lion. I say this because I feel like lions are my spirit animal, but maybe you find this really fierce picture of a lion, and when you see it, that represents the best self version of you, the one who you defined, and you put that next to your desk, and when you're working, you can see that every single day, and it can be a reminder to you of what you want in this life. Maybe you have an affirmation sitting next to you. Maybe you have a little sign. Maybe you give the best self version of you a name and you put a little sign next to your computer where you work to remind yourself of who you are and who you're stepping into. These kind of visual cues have become hugely important to me because they just serve as reminders every single day. I want them every single day because I just never want to lose track or lose focus. So I keep these reminders all around. I have a vision board literally as my desktop, as my laptop, home screen, so I can see the things and the life that I'm creating every single day, many times a day. That's what it's all about. It's about having this vision of the best version of yourself and then filtering your choices and your actions through that best version of you. Because if you keep doing that and you stack that up every single day, you are the best version of you. And I know this video, maybe from the title, you thought I was kind of going to go into, the nitty gritty health and wellness. Here's what to eat and here's what to... Not at all. I think so much of this, it is about those things, but it really is important to define who we want to be first. And if that version of ourselves that we want to be, the best self version, feels incredible and has energy and makes really good choices for their health every single day, then that's what we know that we need to do to step into that version of ourselves. So a few tips for keeping the best self version of you front and center. Look at your journal every single morning, or maybe even journal on this every single morning, how the best version of you is going to show up that day, what she would be doing, what actions she would be taking, and then you do those actions, you make those choices, and you show up as her. Another thing is to have a visual reminder next to you during the day. Maybe you have a necklace that you wear every single day, and every time you see it or every time you touch it, it's a reminder to you to step into that version of yourself. Maybe you have a picture next to your desk. Maybe you have a quote that you carry with you. Whatever works to just remind yourself to stay focused on that version of you that you are becoming. These visual cues are reminders to keep making decisions and taking actions from that best version of ourselves. So I know this video is a bit different from the ones that you've seen on this channel. There's going to be more type of these videos coming about the inner work. There's going to be lots more plant-based recipes. There's going to be lots more health and wellness, and there's going to be a lot more travel coming. So if you want to see those videos, make sure you like this this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an upload. I greatly appreciate you spending some time with me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!